Galnet News, keeping your galaxy in focus. 25th of March, 3302. In today's top story, medical personnel at Leontino Orbital have announced that they will soon bring former federal president Jasmina Halsey out of her induced coma. When the former president arrived at the starport, she was still in her damaged escape pod. Since then, medical personnel at the starport have worked tirelessly to heal the injuries she sustained in the destruction of Starship One. Having completed this process, Halsey's doctors now believe it is safe to start waking their patient. The process of waking President Halsey from her coma must be done gradually, said Dr. Lucy Ingalls, who has been overseeing Halsey's treatment. She also states that the president is still in a delicate condition. If the process is successful, the former president should be fully conscious within a few days. And now for a galactic riddle. Following a long hiatus, reclusive philanthropist Alfred Jeffress has announced a new treasure hunt, and once again he is offering a share of his vast personal fortune to the winner. In a statement, Jeffress confirmed that the event will follow the same format as his previous treasure hunts. A mystery object has been placed somewhere in space, and the first person to find it and deliver it to a specified location will win the competition. Jeffress has released a riddle that he claims will set participants on a path to finding the mystery object. It is, "The king's resting place is where I'm hid, entrusted to a queen with a spring in her steps." With such a generous prize on offer, the event is sure to capture the imagination of the entire galactic community. A new habitable planet may be coming soon, as the terraforming campaign for Vennik 1 has been extended. The Revolutionary Party of Vennik has made an announcement regarding the terraforming of Vennik 1. A spokesperson confirmed that the organization plans to extend the campaign for a second week. They said, quote, "Due to overly ambitious estimates, it seems the supply of land enrichment systems in nearby systems is exceeded by our demand. We have therefore decided to keep the contract open for an additional week at considerable expense to ensure we receive enough material to complete our terraforming project," end quote. The campaign will now run until the 31st of March, 3302. Authorities at Wilkes Orbital have announced that the recent appeal for ceremonial Heike T has been a significant success. Personnel at the starport launched the appeal when they discovered that the individuals recently rescued from the Blue Hand Gang were infected with the strain of the Cerberus plague. The galactic community was unequivocal in its support of the appeal, resulting in a massive influx of deliveries to Wilkes Orbital. Governor Lawrence, the station's principal administrator, released a statement on the media, saying, quote, "Thanks to the swift response of the galactic community, we are now in a position to treat those infected by the Cerberus plague. The surplus ceremonial Heike tea will be stockpiled to ensure that any further outbreaks can be immediately neutralized," end quote. Since news of the epidemic first broke, questions have been raised about how Professor Palin and his colleagues could have been infected by the pathogen. Drusus Kane, head of an Imperial counterinsurgency unit in the Ashenar system, offered his opinion, saying, quote, "The chances of these individuals being contaminated by accident are extremely small. I believe the abductors deliberately infected Professor Palin and his colleagues, possibly in order to disseminate the disease among the wider galactic population. Fortunately, on this occasion, their plans were not successful," end quote. And continuing on from the previous story, Professor Ishmael Palin has shocked medical personnel at Wilkes Orbital by returning to work only hours after he received the antidote to the Cerberus plague. According to Palin's doctor, the professor was eager to talk to Leah Tantaga, the molecular chemist who recently developed a material capable of countering the unknown artifact's self-repair mechanism. The scientists' conversation resulted in the following statement from Professor Palin, quote, "The significance of Professor Tantaga's breakthrough is clear. The means to safely contain the unknown artifacts is now within our grasp. What we need now are quantities of meta-alloys so we can produce more of the UA-resistant material," end quote. A conglomerate based in the Maya system has pledged to support the appeal by mass-producing the UA-resistant material, assuming sufficient quantities of meta-alloys are received. This will then be used to create special ship modules that can safely transport the unknown artifacts. The Pioneers Cooperative has placed an open order for meta-alloys, and has promised to generously reward pilots who contribute to the initiative. The campaign began on the 24th of March, 3302, and will run for 1 week. And finally, please keep a lookout for our next broadcast where we have an exclusive interview with the self-proclaimed Queen of Sagittarius A Star. And that's the Galnet news for today. This has been Ship Washington. Tune in next time to keep your galaxy in focus.